I was pregnant, going from house to house, sleeping on couches wherever I could.
To me, homelessness is like cancer. It strikes anybody that it doesn't matter what color you are, what status you are. It can hit you when you least expect it.
When I was living in the shelter, financially it was very bleak. When you lose your job, it's like everything drops all of a sudden. And the options become nil. No way to pay off your bills, no way to catch up on your medical payments. And it was almost like falling through the abyss.
Hi, I'm Bob LaFiandra, co-chair of this year's United Way 2007 campaign. I'm happy to be here, even though a lot of people have said that it's a lot of work. I'm still happy to be here. I think this is something we can do collectively. I'd like to introduce my wife, Ann.
I joined Bob in our excitement at welcoming you to the United Way campaign for 2007. We are committed to this community. We know the United Way is an effective organization to help us all help when we can.
The needs in Addison County for housing seem to be really rising to the top of the heap of needs. And I think it's because it's one of the most basic needs. It's really hard to address your other needs if you don't have stable and safe and affordable housing. So last year we started the Addison County Housing Coalition, which brought together a lot of United Way partner agencies, the United Way, state agencies, for-profit organizations, interested citizens, to really take a look at what could we do collectively to help improve the ability for people to find and stay in affordable and safe housing. Because we're so interconnected in this county, we really do know who to go to get a person the best help that they need.
It was really rough, for me. I was divorced. I was living with my ex-husband, and it was not an easy situation to be in. I don't know, just one day I went for a ride in town and I thought of Women's Safe, and I went there and I said, I need to get out of there. And this place happened to be available. This is a transitional housing. You move in, you have anywhere between 6 months to a year, and you're able to get yourself on your feet and pretty much start your life all over again. The first step is the hardest. Making that final decision of, okay, I'm going to do this on my own. And when you have kids, you need to be there for them.
I was released from the workforce, which resulted me losing a place to live. And I ended up in Virginia, Vermont, which the John Graham shelter was located at. And they had one bed left. And I just grabbed the spot. Since that day, I just stuck in there, and day by day, I just focused on trying to get a place of my own, and met Sharon Wickman of a keg. If I did not have met her in the first place, none of this would have ever happened. Personally, to me, when you're in the shelter, nothing else matters. It's only survival mode. You just have to put your mind to it and make sure you get out of the situation.
Childcare is very hard to find for people because there's a lot of infants but no infant care. And that makes it a little more difficult to find work.
I work odd hours, I work a lot of hours, and knowing that my son is taken care of, that he's being educated, I look at it as more than just babysitting. He gets education, he's learning life skills, stuff that, because of our lifestyle, it's hard to create a routine for him.
To have to sacrifice our job to spend time with Spencer, although would be great, would be a stressor. And there's enough stress in this world to be stressed out about financial you know, stability, especially when you have a child. Having the quality daycare allows us to both keep our jobs and do the things that we want to do.
And I had already tried going to school, but because I didn't have evening childcare, I had to quit doing that. So I ended up continuing to go to the Parent-Child Center. And that's when I found out about the LEC program, the LECC, which is run through Mary Johnson's childcare. And I was able to get a babysitter to watch my son. So I was able to figure out how to get a job, and I started working actually over here in Millbrae. My first job in like 2 years. It felt really good.
I had a hospital stay. Was supposed to be maybe just overnight, but it turned into a 9-week span. Then when I came home to stay, the nurse met me right at the door here. And they took care of me. I tell you, I wouldn't have been able to stay at home either. I'd have had to go into a nursing home with the help I got from Addison County Home Health.
They talked me into doing the Meals on Wheels, and I was a little, but I told them I'd try it for a month, and that was 2 years ago or more.
We're still going.
We're still going.
The one agency that helps me the most is Home Health. She didn't want me to want for anything. If I needed something, they'd call her. And that's the way they got me the wheelchair. If I had to go somewhere where I was tied down, all that couldn't do what I wanted to do, I'd be dead in a week.
We like to take responsibility for our own needs, but we have found in our personal experience that we've asked some of the agencies that United Way supports to help us at times when we could not handle the matters on our own. We have both in our family as well as in our extended family times when a number of the agencies have been come to our assistance, and we've certainly appreciated that. We also are glad that we can help these agencies when we're able to, and we ask that you do the same. There are times when you need help and times when you can give help. We appreciate changes in circumstances that happen to all families.
We are confident and impressed with the countless volunteers who will help, but we can't do it without you. We need your support. We need you to understand and appreciate that the United Way gets the help to those who need it.